Cat fact. What are the sleepers? Now, this question does get a little complicated because there are a bunch of different sleepers, and it feels like they just keep popping out of the woodworks. Like the first ones were introduced in like 1965, and a new one was introduced just in 2005. At least as far as I know, with how much these things pop up, it is highly possible I've missed something. We're going to just talk about the first three today, since they're connected and they were the originals. Everything else just was kind of built onto them and given the name Sleeper, even though I feel like it works best for these original three. They are called the Sleepers because they were part of a plan that the Red Skull had enacted towards the end of World War II when they knew that they were losing. And so he hid these three giant robots around the country in order to basically destroy the world, assuming that the Nazis lost. And it is kind of cool how they build on each other. This is the first of the three that was woken up, and it's just a giant, unstoppable, not quite a mecha, I guess, since there's no one inside it, but it's a giant robot that smashes everything in its path and can shoot electricity out of its hands. The second one is like this stingray shape, and it has, I want to say magnetic, but it's clearly pulling up stuff that's not metal. So it just pulls things up and rips them out of the ground. But what's really cool is that it ends up combining kind of like a Voltron or Megazord thing where it sucks the other one up and attaches it. And so it becomes even more destructive as now this giant unstoppable robot is also flying. And the third one is a giant Red Skull head. Not sure whether that's due to lack of creativity or ego, but either could work for the Red Skull. The third one, the giant Red Skull head, is just a bomb, and Cap realizes that the plan is for it's flying to the North Pole, and it's going, I don't know why it needs to go to the North Pole now that I think about it. That's weird, because basically the plan is that it's going to use the electricity laser hands to drill into the Earth and then explode from there to blow up the whole planet. But again, I don't know why you would need to go to the North Pole for that. Like, we're on a sphere if you start going from anywhere. Maybe the Red Skull's a flat earther. Regardless, Cap manages to find a way to. He uses a flamethrower to get the big Red Skull bomb to blow up prematurely so that it's safe and the world is saved. I'll probably talk about the other three at some point, but I am not as familiar with those because they're in stories I've only read like once or twice. And also, I just find them a little less interesting because with the original three, it's like they all had a distinct purpose and there was a plan. Whereas, like, I feel like the other ones were just kind of more generic, destroy humanoid robots. But maybe I'll feel differently when I review those stories, so stay tuned.